Extremely regrettable, Okinawa governor rips U.S. for letting COVID-19 infections surge on American military bases.
Here's a summary of the article.
Okinawa Governor Denny Tamaki slammed the U.S. military over the weekend for not taking sufficient action to prevent the spread of COVID-19 after dozens of Marines stationed on the Japanese island tested positive, threatening to spark a large outbreak in a community where the virus has otherwise been well contained. The U.S. Marine Corps reported 94 confirmed COVID-19 infections since July 7. Marine Corps Air Station Futenma and Camp Hansen, American military bases that ordinary Okinawans have wanted removed for years. It is extremely regrettable that the infections are rapidly spreading among U.S. personnel when we Okinawans are doing our utmost to contain the infections, said Tamaki. While it is not known how the U.S. personnel were infected, Japanese newspaper Asahi Shimbun reported Saturday that local officials were concerned about a sudden spike of infections because he saw many U.S. military service members wandering around outside the bases on the 4th of July. U.S. bases hold 4th of July parties and end up with 60-plus cases of COVID. There was a point when Okinawa had no new cases for several days prior to this, as the New York Times reported Monday. The new COVID-19 cases in Okinawa are a new strain on relations between the military and the local government, where the presence of American bases, dating to the end of World War II, has been an ongoing source of friction. Tominari Kiuna, a worker at a noodle shop in Chatten, told The Times that he is scared by the surge in coronavirus infections among U.S. troops.
This post received a score of 27,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Do these count as Japanese cases or U.S. cases?
They should count as Americans, as the bases count as American soil, but Cheeto Benito has already tried whatever he can to downplay the pandemic and his failures.
Greater than Cheeto Benito adds it to the list.
The Phantom Menace.
Greater than the Phantom Menace adds it to the list too.
Can we see this list? Cheeto Benito. Phantom Menace.
The Obscene Tangerine.
OMG, I love all of these, keep 'em coming.
Nostradamus.
I guess extremely regrettable is Japanese for you fucking idiots, why can't you just get your shit together? Once. ?
Greater than it is extremely regrettable that I have to fire you for being a complete moron.
It is extremely regrettable that you must resign, lest the incredibly more socially unacceptable stigma of being publicly fired sticks to you for the rest of your life.
If this was Russia, it would result in immediate defenestration.
Fuck, I hate article titles with stupid shit like this.
Lol, right. He's the governor, not the Doomslayer.
The way things have been going, we're going to need the Slayer by the end of the year.
Doomslayer 2020?
If elected, I promise to rip and tear Congress a new one. Also, my VP will be Isabel.
The funny thing, it's actually called headlinese and is an interesting, yet extremely annoying phenomenon in the English-speaking world. Verbs like axe, slam, blast, rip, shred, tout, mull, tear are short and dramatic enough to be a headline on a small newspaper front page that grabs attention and sells papers. I hate that this is an established principle in English since the 1960s.
Now I want to see that flipped 180 degrees, and from now on, only very long verbs should be used. Okinawa governor obliterates U.S. for letting COVID-19 infections surge on American military bases.
This seems ironic considering that the intelligence alerts in November 2019 were around ensuring U.S. bases in Asia were prepared for a local epidemic in the region. Opening square bracket.
Well, nobody thought that there actually would be epidemic. If they did, they might have put in an extra 5%.
During WW2, the US and Japan fought one of their bloodiest battles on Okinawa, resulting in the death of over a quarter of the island's total population. Following the war, Okinawa's independence was further suppressed when the US and Japan decided to use Okinawa as a military base. Okinawa's land represents only 0.6% of Japan's landmass, but hosts 75% of U.S. bases, using 25% of the island's land. In 2019, there was a referendum held regarding the construction of a new U.S. military base in Okinawa.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.